to another Big Bad Review. I'm your host, Cam, of the Big Bad Beetle Bros, and Stronger Than Before, a Zeo Rewatch podcast. I am bringing to you today another Transformers review. I haven't done one of these in a little while. As a lot of you guys will know, I don't buy a lot of Transformers figures anymore, but I had to snag this one for what you may not know as an obvious reason, but if you know me, you will know that it's an obvious reason. This is Transformers Legacy Evolution Core Class Dinobot Scar. That's Scar with 2 R's. This is part of the Core Class Dinobot Combiner to form Volcanicus. Yes, that's right, Volcanicus. And I'll throw a picture of the combined form right there. There's a lot of them. I don't actually know. I think 6. I think there's 6 Dinobots total for Volcanicus now. Not 100% sure on that. Don't quote me. But this is Scar. This is the first toy of Scar. This might be one of the first times Scar has been named in any kind of a really official capacity. Scar has always kind of been an unofficial member of the Dinobots. There's another one that's called like Flipper or something like that. That's a plesiosaur that has only appeared, I think, in like either Japanese manga or ads or something. Yeah, I don't know. This is a lot like the Velociraptor, the Scout Class Velociraptor figure that came with the first Combiner, the Combiner Wars Dinobot set. Came with a small Velociraptor, whose name Slash, I believe that was called Slash, which is another original creation, not from any other media. It was very fun. This is Scar. He's the Dinobot Medic. Yeah, he's the Dinobot Medic. 9-step transformation. He is an Ankylosaurus Dinobot. Now, I adore Ankylosaurs. Ankylosaurus is my favorite dinosaur. All Ankylosaurids, all of the armored lizards, I love them. There's a reason that I love Dino Fury slash Ryu Soldier, which was the Super Sentai that Dino Fury is based on. But yeah, this is Scar, Dinobot Medic. Mentioned in the IDW comics in like 1 or 2 panels of having died in one of the early excursions of the Dinobots back when they were spelt D-Y-N-O bot, before they were dinosaurs. And the IDW comics got weird. So, great box art on the side of his robot form. Awesome, awesome killer Ankylosaurus art there at the top. And then on the other side, you can see kind of glimpses of some of the other figures that were released in the line. Lao Convoy, or whatever, Lao Prime, whatever they called him there. Yeah, bunch of Junkians. Little 9-step transformation. We're going to go ahead and crack this guy open, because this will be a fairly quick review. But with that, let's go! And we're back with Scar, the Core Class Dinobot. Okay, I love this guy. I say that every video. I don't really review toys that I don't like. I don't really buy toys that I don't like. I mean, you know, this is not like solely a review channel, and I don't monetize this in any way, shape, or form. So I'm not going to review stuff that I don't like. Because nobody's sending me stuff to review for free. But I really, really enjoy this guy. I'm so glad that I pre-ordered him on Hasbro Pulse. It was a kind of a spur-of-the-moment thing when they announced this guy earlier this year. I've only done that with one other figure. Yeah, I really like this guy. The design, super simple, but very G1 Dinobot adjacent. Really simple. Losing my camera here. Very simple black and silver head sculpt. That silver or golden red chest design, I think that like really brings the figure together and brings it to life a little bit in robot mode. And then the silver and gold dino details on the back, the carapace where the spikes are. Yeah, really stands out, especially in Dinobot mode, in dinosaur mode, which I feel like is obvious with all the Dinobot figures at any scale or class or whatever. They always look best in dinosaur mode. I think I was really impressed that Scar looks good in robot mode, good enough that I might display him in robot mode fairly frequently. He might be a desk bot that I take to work. I don't know. I've got a lot of my fossil collection and stuff like that at work, so he'd fit right in. But, yeah, posability on this guy, I was messing with him when I got him out of the box, really blew me away. So, right out the gate, we've got almost straight out 90 arms on these ball joints, 360 up and over, and then they can kind of like pivot because of the transformation. You can pivot them in and then out, so you can get them to extend into a big hug or fists or whatever, and that's pretty fun. The head is on a 360 swivel, which was impressive. I wasn't expecting the head to move at all, honestly. I'm sure that's probably the same on all of them. There is even a little bit. I don't think you're going to be able to see it on camera, but there is a little bit of metallic blue paint on the eyes. Really hard to see, but is noticeable. Again, because of the transformation, you've got a 360 waist swivel there. And then the legs are on ball joints, so you got full 90 up, more than 90 back. And then the knees, he's kind of double jointed on the knees because of the way he has to balance in robot mode. So you can kind of see his knees are kind of like hinged. It looks like they're hinged back. They're not really. He's just like, his legs are hollow. So all the weight's at the front, and you got to distribute the weight of the figure a certain way. But you've got more than a 90, more than a full crunch on the knee there, and then this is a ball joint, so you can 360 move that around as well. And of course, you can like get the splits and everything because of the ball joint. So you can get some pretty dynamic poses. I mean, I know in the promo shots they showed some pretty dynamic poses, and because of the weight distribution, you can actually get him to kind of balance in some kind of like solid superhero posing. You can get him kneeling down. You can get the superhero landing kind of pose going. Pretty neat. I know the superhero landing is kind of a test of Transformers poses sometimes, so I had to throw that in there. Posability, great. It comes with one accessory, which is it is the fist accessory that when he combines into Volcanicus, he is an optional arm. So it comes with a fist. Honestly, pretty well disguised as not a fist, I think, in my opinion. It's a blaster when it's in robot mode. Pretty solid, not bad. Looks fine, in my opinion, with the little gun sticking out the tip of the hand there. Not the worst. Do I wish there was an elbow joint? Sure. Do I expect there to be? No. I don't know if there is on any of the other Dinobots, but, it is what it is. Transformation. Really simple. Very G1 Dinobot. Let's go ahead and start off rotating the waist all the way around. Then we're going to kind of flip him over on his back, flip the arms over. You kind of got to manipulate the ball joint a little bit to get them to click in. On mine, they're kind of like really stiff, which is a good sign. And you get a really good tactile grip in here. So the little pegs go in the little slots on the sides. This is the front of the carapace of the back, armor, turtle armor type stuff, If you know, you know. Can align that up center as much as you can on the torso. I'm going to be pretty prone to some paint scratching there on the gold chest there, but we'll see. And then we're going to fold the legs over and encompass the arms, and it's a really nice snug fit. And then either before or after you click the legs in. You could do it before and move them both over at the same time, like so. And there's that. And then we're going to unpeg and flip over the dino hind limbs. And then flip over the dino head and cover the robot head. And then there's this little, this is the peg for the combiner peg port thing, and it clips in there. It does make him really, really bulky on the front end, which is okay. That's the kind of dinosaur that he is. You know, he's an ankylosaur. But it does make it kind of, the legs kind of blend in. I think if the legs were silver or gold painted, maybe it would help, but not the end of the world. And then you're going to take the blaster hand thingy and plug it into the end there, and that is his little club tail. Now I'm going to lower you guys down so that we're on Scar's level a little better. And here we have Scar, the ankylosaur. Looks very narrow at the front. I'm kind of okay with it. But yeah, from front on, he's a little awkward looking. Very turtley, which is fine. It's the kind of dinosaur he is, like I said. Love the head sculpt on here. Really nice Autobot symbol there on the snout. Very G1 adjacent. Very turtley. Very much like a beaked face. But I really like it. The blue eyes on there, the little crest on the forehead, just looks very nice. Fits right in with the rest of the crew. Of course, bright silver and gold paint on the shell. And then really, really nice side profile in my opinion. Tail club looks great. Nice for some thwacking. Nice spinning around, thwacking. Yeah, I love this guy so much. And then for his combiner mode, you just take this whole thing, rotate it out and down, and then, actually, I will have to consult the instructions on this one because I always forget. Yes, okay, so there's a little peg here on the back, or not a peg, a port here on the back of the hand, and you plug it in here to this little peg here, and that's where the hand goes. So it's kind of inside of there a little bit, and then this, you rotate this around here, and this would peg into the shoulder, and then here's your hand, here's your arm. Like I said, I'm not going to get enough of these guys to form Volcanicus, so I don't really care too much about that mode. I did have all of the Combiner Wars Dinobots back in the day. I enjoyed them. They were good for what they were. I think these core class Dinobots and the legacy movie versions of the Dinobots that have been coming out, the giant ones that are like $100 off the shelf, have been really solid. But I really like this guy. I'm very glad that he came out. I always love when they do kind of auxiliary or extra or new Dinobots. I think it's very fun. Reminds me of the Fossilizer line, and of course Slash from Power of the Primes, or Combiner Wars, whichever one it was. Yeah, really love this guy, and that's all I've got to say about him. I'm sure I'm going to take a lot of photos, but with that, I've been Cam of the Big Bad Beetle Bros and Stronger Than Before, a Zeo Rewatch podcast. If you want to find us, you can check us out on ProjectLouder.net and social media at Beetle Bros Pod on Twitter and Big Bad Beetle Bros on Facebook and Instagram, as well as Stronger Than Before podcast on Facebook and Instagram. We'll have more videos coming up that'll be a little different than our usual reviews, so feel free to tune in and check those out. And again, thank you guys.